Good morning. This is a kettle. It can boil water. And yes, you read the title. You can make tea with it. I absolutely love tea and I drink it every morning, even in summer. And since it's the first video of the year, it's still winter, cold outside. Why not start with a video that's very cozy and warm, just like tea? And I think character design challenges are pretty fun, so let's go. Okay, the first tea has to be a black tea, because that's my favorite kind of tea and I basically drink it every morning. This is the first one. It's called Colombia Morning Mist tea. I actually haven't tried it yet. I have only smelled it. It has an interesting smell to it. Kind of smoky, a bit like lime. Funny thing, I actually forgot what ingredients it has, so I guess I have to figure it out by taste testing. Let's make the first cup. The smell is very interesting indeed. I don't smell the lime anymore. I think a bit of caramel, actually. Feels smoky or misty. I may be influenced by the name, but still. Yes, I taste the limes. No, wait a minute. The dry leaves smell like lime, while the cooked tea does have hints of lemon. I'm just looking at the description and I'm right. And it was also harvested in misty air and volcanic soil. So let me just say, it mainly tastes like volcano with some hints of lemon and caramel. That's an interesting combination for sure, but it's gonna be exciting to design, so let's see what I can do. The medium I'm gonna use is Gouache, because I've recently started using it and I really like it. So here's my watercolors sketchbook. First thing that comes to my mind is a volcano and some mist. Then we also have lemons. I don't know what the f my neighbor's doing, but it's really loud. And some caramel. Let me just draw some cubes. I have a nice little porcelain palette that I like to use when mixing watercolors. This is actually leftover gouache, so I can use it, because just like watercolors, you can activate it with water. Of course, the lemons are gonna be yellow and the caramel a bit orange, brown, and those are pretty warm. But of course, we also have the volcano. I don't want the colors to be too vibrant and warm, because it is called morning mist after all. Oh, why is the mist green? Oh, because of the yellow. Oh my god. Poisonous mist. Ahem. You did not see that. Idea. Curly gray hair that kind of looks like the smoke from the volcano. Warm brown skin tone because of the caramel. And lemon earrings. Yeah, this is kind of a first idea. Now I have to think of an outfit. Something misty. Maybe a dress with half transparent sleeves. This is the arm right here. We have gray here. And then we kind of let it fade. Oh my god, the skin is not dry yet. But yeah, you get the idea. I'm thinking of patterns to put on the dress, because it's kind of going to look like this. We have solid gray here, but then the sleeves fade into transparency. But this is also boring, so I want to add a pattern or something. Or necklaces. Lemon necklaces. Let me sketch out the character. As you can see, I first sketched it out with a normal pencil, then erased most of it so that I could see a really faint version of the sketch, and then refined it with my technical pencil. It's 0.7 centimeters. Millimeters. That would be a pretty big tip. And I additionally went over it with my kneadable eraser to get rid of excess pencil marks that could be smudged. And also this eraser is pretty soft, which is important, because if you use a normal one, you will most likely damage the paper. But there's just too much friction, you don't need that. Now I'm gonna make use of the colors I already have here, and let's choose some brown first. You know, the good thing about gouache is that you can both glaze, which means you can see the underlines, and normally paint it. You can really play with the opacity, and I love it. I also gave her a little pipe. She's not creating smoke, she's smoking. Let's turn that around. Here's the gray. Oh, I should have used some kind of mask. Oh wait, I can just paint over it. This is gouache. I can just paint yellow over it later on. Okay, the brush is a bit too tiny and I have a bit of a lack of water, and that's when it's getting patchy. Gouache is a bit more dense than watercolor. It doesn't spread as well. As you can see, I'm already doing a bit of base shading and make a gradient. That's nice. I like it. Okay, time for some color variation. I'm gonna pick blue. Yes, this is blue right here. And and apply it to the shadows. Very nice. And I think I'm now gonna go wild with colors that I think look right. I can't wait to add the yellow. But that's the cherry on top on the very end. So let's first refine it. I think the design looks very close to how the tea actually tastes. Because even though it's bitter and dusty and also kind of earthy, it does have a warm taste to it. So we have bitter gray, warm brown, and on top a bit of lemon, but only a bit. And it does kind of give volcano vibes. I didn't even need red for lava. I think that would have crushed the color scheme a bit. All right, the first tea character is done. So yeah, now that I'm finished, I have to make a quick little detour, which means I'm gonna design an additional character not inspired by tea, but by this chair. This video is sponsored by FlexiSpot, and they sent me the C7B Air. I received a little package. Of course, I'm going to open it with you and take a close look at all the elements to see how I can turn them into a design. Let's start with the main body. That's the backrest. I'm noticing right away it's incredibly bouncy. Attention! That was higher than I expected. Okay, as you can see, the chair has mesh surfaces. I'm gonna give the character an undershirt and an overshirt, which is a mesh shirt. Let's see what else we got. It's a weapon. This is probably the headrest. It does look like pretty cool oversized sunglasses. Screws. A manual. That's really heavy. Those look like scanners or like laser futuristic weapons, like pew 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 pew. Okay. Wheels. He needs roller blades. I want the wheels to look like the wheels from the chair. Ta-da! I want to transform this part too, because it's going to be belts. 5 of them, of course, hanging down around the waist. I'm gonna take this box, thank you. It is time to build. That was easier than expected. Okay, that's literally it. Okay, but what even makes this chair ergonomic? First of all, you have a really stable posture due to the lumbar support, so you need no extra cushion, and you can also adjust it a bit. You can also adjust the headrest however you prefer it, and the chair also has a bigger seat cushion, which means it's perfect to sit cross-legged, and there's enough room on both sides to sit perfectly comfortable. The seat is also slightly tilting forward, which reduces your leg pressure when sitting for longer time periods. Another feature is the 3D armrests. Yes, you can rotate them all the way around. With my code C730, you get a $30 discount. The chair also comes with a 30-day free trial. I hope you like the finished character. And now, back to the tea. Good morning! We have a bit of sunshine, a little bit of snow. That sounds like this. And I'm in the mood for something really warming. For example, spices. So I'm gonna make a chai tea. This one here is a special edition pumpkin chai tea. And I like to add some honey as well as some milk to it. Well, I'm using milk powder because milk gets bad really quickly. And just look at this little cup. Okay, taste test. It's really sweet. I added a bit too much honey, but it's delicious. It feels like you're sitting in front of a fireplace and maybe you're reading a book, but it doesn't feel like night. It tastes like you're skiing and you're taking a little break and enjoy a warm cup of this. Okay, now the overall taste is created by pumpkin, cinnamon, and honey. It smells really, really good. So let's do a little sketch. Funny enough, when I see this, I actually remember the taste. I want a base face in the center of the page to kind of capture the character. I want them to have a certain spice to them. So maybe really distinct eyelashes, like really piercing eyes, as well as the eyebrows. Okay, then a side part. And longer hair. Maybe some earrings. Let's add a scar over the eye, simply because I can. Okay, now for the taste. Here we have a really ugly pumpkin. Let me draw honey. That's honey flowing down. Do you know those photos of like spices that look like pyramids? I'm trying to achieve that here. I refined her a bit. Okay, let's start with the items on the side to get a better feeling. That's my fault. I'm too lazy to exchange my water. Yes, that's more like it. You know what I want to do? I want to give her a bright orange hair strand, but not make the entire hair the same color, because that would probably be overkill. Let's try to color the spices. A bit of orange. Yeah, that's orange. A bit of red here, a bit of orange here, a bit of brown here. And what's missing? Yellow. I have a really dirty yellow now. Doesn't matter. Okay, the jewelry is going to be gold with a base layer of yellow, as well as the honey. I think I'm gonna go for a warm skin tone again. Okay, now I have a lot of warm colors here, and I actually want the hair to contrast that. Yes, that is brave, but necessary. Beautiful. Look at my water. I should really exchange it now, or after I shaded this. I absolutely didn't know in which direction to go for this, but then I just decided to make her some kind of mage. I wanted the material to be kind of silky. Of course, I used orange, I used the dark grayish blue, and then I decided to leave some clothes white to add the milk that I added. I also painted some orange swirls to create an image of spices floating around. I don't know. In the end, I added a bit of jewelry, and that was the cherry on top. This is the finished result. Does the design fit the taste? Well, you don't know the taste. Well, I think so you just have to take my word. Okay, 2 finished, 2 to go. Good morning to you once again. It's very icy outside, but the sun is shining. And this is how my morning looked before I got here. Anyway, now I'm here and I want to warm up with a nice cup of tea. This time, green tea. I also have this really cute little bunny mug. And it's green, so it fits green tea. This tea is made from tea leaves and jasmine flowers. It even smells like a flower field. And it smells a bit like grass. And it tastes just like that. I've let it sit for a bit too long. It's a bit bitter. And then the aftertaste is really that flowery, grassy taste. Some people don't like it, but I actually like it. And it's really healthy too. Alright, jasmine flowers look kind of like this, I guess. I actually have an image in mind. I actually want to draw a plant dude, but I think I messed up the perspective here. I have an image in my mind. Wait. Something looks really off. The eye is completely off. Okay, this is a bit better. Whatever this is, I apologize. I imagine like styled hair with maybe some hair gel and the beard, but that's actually not too bad without a reference. I'm always too lazy to search them up. But yeah, I was thinking that might be a really nice contrast, because stereotypically men, especially tough looking older men, don't really get associated with flowers, and that's exactly what would make this design interesting. It doesn't look too bad. Let me add colors, because I kind of don't know where exactly I'm going at the moment, and that's why I need brainstorming. Great. I don't want to clean this, so let's make use of the last section. Yes, that's a beautiful spring colored green. Let me start intuitively. The outfit is green. Kind of want his hair to be green as well, but not entirely. Like stripes or streaks. Yeah, that kind of reminds me of grass. You know what? I have some of that dirty yellow left. Let me try to water it down and use it as a base for the skin, because the tea itself brews yellow. Now let me get some gray. I can imagine his hair being gray. Okay, that's alright. But in my opinion, the gray is a bit too dark. There's too much contrast. Let's see what I can do about this. There's an interesting technique that I used for this one, which is shading the skin green and then going over the shadows with red and orange. And that's how I kind of achieved this more natural looking skin color. I actually had quite a lot of fun with this design, probably because it's stepping out of my comfort zone a bit. I decided to go with a traditional Japanese outfit, a kimono, because if there's a country famous for green tea, then it's Japan. I made it with the reference of a hopefully accurate kimono. Kept the color scheme pretty green and a bit yellowish. And of course, I didn't forget the flowers, which the entire design is all about. So I added quite a lot of them as a pattern, as well as on the edges, and some tiny ones in his hair. And that's basically it. I think this is another successful representation of the taste. Let me know if you can taste it as well. No, Anyway, maybe you've had some jasmine green tea before and can judge if this is done right. Okay, on to the last one. Good morning once again. I think we had some ice rain overnight, because everything was covered in a layer of ice and I was able to just slide that layer off my car. Anyway, I safely arrived here and now I'm making lemon tea. I I love lemons, so I couldn't miss out on this. There's also already a bit of sugar in it, so I don't have to sweeten it myself. It smells like lemons and like lemon ice cream and tastes like lemons and lemon ice cream. To simply describe the taste, it's basically lemons and a bit of sugar. It's both sour and sweet, so that's probably gonna make a very interesting character. Lemons. I'm thinking sour, I'm thinking sharp, I'm thinking of spiky hair. Okay, those are some crazy eyes. Oh my, what did I just create? Let me just keep going. This is definitely interesting. But let me make them look a tiny bit nicer, because the tea is sweet after all. What about some bubbles and dots in the hair? Okay, I'm always struggling with the outfits because I don't want to make the same color every single time. Like round neck, V-neck. I can like... Okay, that doesn't make sense. Or does it? What if I just follow the lines I just squiggled and make a unique kind of color? Spiky eyelashes. What if I just make the entire outfit confusing swirls? I like that idea. Let me do the swirls first and then adapt the outfit to them, because then they're less intentionally random. I hope you get what I mean. But yeah, let's see if that works in the first place. Alright, this actually turned out to be the hardest one yet, simply because yellow is kind of hard to work with. If you want to create contrast, you have to go darker, and darker yellow is just brown at some point. You can shade it with orange, which makes it look like warm yellow. You can shade it with green or blue, which makes it seem colder, and like I just mentioned, brown, which makes it look more golden. But eventually I kind of combined warm tones with cold ones, and it still looks lemony enough. Yeah, the full body was kind of a challenge. My method with the swirls did not work out, simply because the first pose I sketched was way too stiff, and then I had to erase everything and did a new sketch, and then it worked out. I started with yellow and then slowly integrated more darker tones. I did use a lot of orange as well as brown and a little bit of blue. By the way, the ribbon, or whatever you want to call it, in the back is supposed to look like lemon peel. To finish it off, I kind of sprinkled dots all over the outfit. Now, this is by far the most chaotic design, but you know, at least it's unique, and I hope you like it. It's definitely eye-catching. Yeah. Now, let's take one final look at all the characters. Well, I'm happy with how they turned out. It was indeed a very cozy start into the new year, and I really miss traditional drawing. And I think I'm prepared to start into some crafting projects again. Because yeah, I have some interesting plans for this year, and I hope you're on board with me. We will see each other soon. Until then, have a nice day, evening or night, and bye. It's empty.